Still no. That goal down here instead. The goal down here, kind of. Okay. It was scored on that goal. The goal. Okay.
Justin Mock, I'm the founder of Effortless Electric. We came up with this idea thinking about the fast approaching adoption of electric vehicles and what's the best place to charge. We believe that's at home, and we want to make that process as easy as possible. We're a full service installer. We're going to make sure you have the right charger for your car and the right charger for your electric system at home. We'll answer your questions and make sure you're getting the fastest charging available. These are high voltage, high amperage chargers. You really need to make sure your installer knows exactly what they're doing to have a safe charging experience at home. We're here to answer those questions, make sure they not only get the right charger for their current car, but if they're going to switch cars in a few years, that this charger they have installed is going to be future-proof and ready for their next vehicle.
We've got a great relationship with Effortless Electric, who has provided several systems for our consumers, and we've got rave reviews from those referrals that they've done a really great job. We wanted something we could have some control over, be able to turn on and off for our cars. It's been a big help to us. So the reason why we chose the company was the knowledge of not just the electrical side of it, but our vehicles, our customers' needs, and our needs from a business standpoint. And they're able to guide us into selecting the right stations, but also making it really simple for our customers to make those decisions at home as well. They've done a wonderful job with our customers, and they've got nothing but great things to say about how they were treated, how professional they were, and just great to do business with.
We are the electric vehicle charging professionals. This is what we do. This is all we do. So if you're interested in having charging installed, we'll come out and give you an effortless estimate, let you know exactly what it's going to cost, make sure you get the right charger installed for your car in your home. So I'm Justin Mock, I'm the founder of Effortless Electric. We came up with this idea thinking about the fast approaching adoption of electric vehicles and what's the best place to charge. We believe that's at home, and we want to make that process as easy as possible. We're a full service installer. We're going to make sure you have the right charger for your car and the right charger for your electric system at home. We'll answer your questions and make sure you're getting the fastest charging available. These are high voltage, high amperage chargers. You really need to make sure your installer knows exactly what they're doing to have a safe charging experience at home. We're here to answer those questions, make sure they not only get the right charger for their current car, but if they're going to switch cars in a few years, that this charger they have installed is going to be future-proof and ready for their next vehicle.
We've got a great relationship with Effortless Electric, who has provided several systems for our consumers, and we've got rave reviews from those referrals, but they've done a really great job. We wanted something we could have some control over, be able to turn on and off for our cars. It's been a big help to us. So the reason why we chose the company was the knowledge of not just the electrical side of it, but our vehicles, our customers' needs, and our needs from a business standpoint. And they're able to guide us into selecting the right stations, but also making it really simple.
When we started YTS, we truly wanted to be different in solving for your total solution to wealth management. In a time where other money managers and firms say no to solving problems, we wanted to be your trusted partner to solve as many problems for you as we can and help make your life just a little bit better.
What I believe makes our service model extremely unique is our ability to provide our advisors with the resources they need to perform at a high level. What that then allows them to do is provide their clients with an incredible client experience, provide great service, which at the end of the day is our ultimate mission.
At YTS, we strive to take a planning-first approach with our clients. We want to understand your goals and what's most important to you to help construct a roadmap that'll help you get closer to those goals. As your total solution, we want to understand everything from your taxes to your retirement plan to ensure that we're bulletproofing you against anything that life could throw at you financially.
As an advisor at YTS, I'm proud to be part of a team with the resources and expertise to address a wide range of our clients' needs. From specialized investments in retirement planning to navigating health insurance, Medicare, and personalized tax strategies, YTS has helped me serve my clients in a way that no other firm could compete with.
Decades from now, when I'm measuring the success that we've achieved at YTS, I will point towards working to secure the lasting financial legacy of thousands of families across the country. When we started YTS, we truly wanted to be different in solving for your total solution to wealth management. In a time where other money managers and firms say no to solving problems, we wanted to be your trusted partner to solve as many problems for you as we can and help make your life just a little bit better.
What I believe makes our service model extremely unique is our ability to provide our advisors with the resources they need to perform at a high level. What that then allows them to do is provide their clients with an incredible client experience, provide great service, which at the end of the day is our ultimate mission.
At YTS, we strive to take a planning-first approach with our clients. We want to understand your goals and what's most important to you to help construct a roadmap that'll help you get closer to those goals. As your total solution, we want to understand everything from your taxes to your retirement plan to ensure that we're bulletproofing you against anything that life could throw at you financially.
As an advisor at YTS, I'm proud to be part of a team with the resources and expertise to address a wide range of our clients' needs. From specialized investments in retirement planning to navigating health insurance, Medicare, and personalized tax strategies, YTS has helped me serve my clients in a way that no other firm could compete with.
Decades from now, when I'm measuring the success that we've achieved at YTS, I will point towards working to secure the lasting financial legacy of thousands of families across the country. When we started YTS, we truly wanted to be different in solving for your total solution to wealth management. In a time where other money managers and firms say no to solving problems, we wanted to be your trusted partner to solve as many problems for you as we can and help make your life just a little bit better.
What I believe makes our service model extremely unique is our ability to provide our advisors with the resources they need to perform at a high level. What that then allows them to do is provide their clients with an incredible client experience, provide great service, which at the end of the day is our ultimate mission.
At YTS, we strive to take a planning-first approach with our clients. We want to understand your goals and what's most important to you to help construct a roadmap that'll help you get closer to those goals. As your total solution, we want to understand everything from your taxes to your retirement plan to ensure that we're bulletproofing you against anything that life could throw at you financially.
As an advisor at YTS, I'm proud to be part of a team with the resources and expertise to address a wide range of our clients' needs. From specialized investments in retirement planning to navigating health insurance, Medicare, and personalized tax strategies, YTS has helped me serve my clients in a way that no other firm could compete with.
Decades from now, when I'm measuring the success that we've achieved at YTS, I will point towards working to secure the lasting financial legacy of thousands of families across the country. When we started YTS, we truly wanted to be different in solving for your total solution to wealth management. In a time where other money managers and firms say no to solving problems, we wanted to be your trusted partner to solve as many problems for you as we can and help make your life just a little bit better.
What I believe makes our service model extremely unique is our ability to provide our advisors with the resources they need to perform at a high level. What that then allows them to do is provide their clients with an incredible client experience, provide great service, which at the end of the day is our ultimate mission.
At YTS, we strive to take a planning-first approach with our clients. We want to understand your goals and what's most important to you to help construct a roadmap that'll help you get closer to those goals. As your total solution, we want to understand everything from your taxes to your retirement plan to ensure that we're bulletproofing you against anything that life
Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is the MDCVSA State Cup Final from Lorton, Virginia. Los Toros and Syndicate FC ready to square off. Get your score predictions in the chat before match kickoff. I'll get you Chipotle if you get it completely correct. And of course, any other interesting facts about any of these players and teams. Los Toros, they play their ball out of the Super League APL region. And of course, they also have a team in UPSL. And Syndicate FC, a team that is trying to make their mark on the scene. They play their ball in the Northern Virginia Soccer League. Really excited to find a winner and a champion here for the Virginia State Cup Finals. I'll be with you in just a moment here on DMV Sports Media. Don't forget to drop a like and, of course, subscribe to the channel. We got lots of matches kicking off. Excited to bring in 2026 with all of you. We'll see you in just a moment. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are here live from Lorton, Virginia. This is the MDCVSA State Cup Finals. Los Toros and Syndicate FC ready to square off. Los Toros will play right to left wearing their mint green jerseys, black bottoms. Syndicate of the NVSL will play left to right wearing all white. Let us know, of course, where you're watching from, your predictions, and any players to watch out for. Really excited to share this one with you after a long hiatus. We are ready to get into 2026 here on DMV Sports Media. If you enjoy the broadcast, feel free to drop a like and subscribe to the channel. We'll have tons of matches coming your way very shortly, but we are off here in this one. The pass goes back to Osvaldo. And now Los Toros will play a direct ball forward. This is sent towards Arian Wente in the 18. It's sent across the square ball. No final connection to be found. And the early chance for Los Toros goes begging, but that is certainly an opportunity that Syndicate will take notice of. They'll try to limit those chances, but that was just a microcosm of what Los Toros do. They get forward, they're very vertical, and they have players who really can get in behind. You saw Arian Wente just dissect this Syndicate side. Speaking of storylines, this is Ahmed with the goal kick forward. Ahmed, one of the goalkeepers from the Los Toros stable, but he is playing with Syndicate here today against his former club. We'll see how that storyline develops. And of course, plenty more on the way. This is DMV Sports Media Live, MDCVSA State Cup Final, Syndicate FC and Los Toros. And it is going to be a foul right before the midfield going in favor of Los Toros. It looks like Mr. Castillo will send it out wide, and Los Toros will take their time. Here's Devonshire on the ball, keeping it on the turf, and Cruz will move it out to the width. Still a scoreless affair in the first couple minutes. We started the timer a little late. We will try to fix that in just a moment, but that is a poor turnover. Los Toros able to right the wrong, but those are the kind of mistakes that they just can't afford. Perhaps a symptom of that snow and ice that we saw over the last couple months. Both these teams, in all likelihood, not going to have had a lot of time playing together, but they are going to be pushed into a State Cup final here today. Here's the throw on the near side for Syndicate FC. In their white jerseys, they are trying to get down the line. Los Toros, plenty of bodies back to limit the opportunity. Good switch of play, and Los Toros stacking the box. Is there a square ball sent across? It looks like we will not see any cross made. It's good defending from Cruz. Now sent across the 18. No final takers on this one. And here comes Nelson Castillo. Quick outlet pass to Wente. Arian Wente scanning the field. He will get vertical very quickly. Now sent across just outside of the range of Dexter. And now Ahmad El Sir not mincing his decision there. Just a quick ball forward. It looks like there will be a foul just inside of the half. And Los Toros fortunate. It's just a foul. Those are the kind of encounters that I think as the match goes, we'll start to see some yellow cards given, but very early at this stage, and it's just a foul given right at the midfield. Syndicate will send bodies forward here. Looks like, based on what we're seeing, no attempt to play the ball short. They're going to be lumping this one forward, and the attempt goes begging. Alexander Dexter gets ahead on it. Here's Castillo taking it to ground. Castillo, the overlapping run is a good one. Now forward, Wente has already been really involved. The square ball, well blocked. And here's a shot, El Sir with a save, beautiful save. And it will be a corner kick for Los Toros. Take a look back at the replay. Well, it looks like, excuse me, not a corner kick. This ball was still in play, and now it will be a throw on the far touchline. Take a look back at this replay. I apologize. I haven't gotten a chance to check out the chat in earnest yet, but I know we got some reliable fans ready to go. I saw Abraham, I saw Abdul, and I'm sure plenty more I'll get to see in just a moment. That's a poor turnover. Alejandro Nira turns it over, and this is a potential 1v1, but Devonshire holds his feet well. Now Cruz is there in support, and Cruz will quickly send it out to the far touchline as Los Toros break forward. Dexter over to Arjun Wente. Arjun Wente down the line. Easy turn from Nelson Castillo. Clever Travia. And now, looks like Ahmed El Sir not troubled there. Quick pickup, and now Syndicate FC are able to get from left to right very quickly. This match has no pause. Allow players to get their breath. Here's Castillo getting through, and was there a touch there? Ahmed El Sir got down really well, and it looks like it will be a corner kick. Great save from El Sir. Los Toros, a second attempt now from the corner. Take a look at the replay. This low shot. Great work from Nelson Castillo. He's certainly been a strong component of this Los Toros side. Now the in-swinger from Jamer Diaz, wearing the captain's armband today, back from his professional time over in Puerto Rico. We'll be back after the break in the next few weeks, but during his break from his professional duties, he is here playing in the State Cup final for Los Toros. He's a longtime player and certainly one who can make things happen. Here's Alexander Dexter. Speaking of players who can make things happen, the square ball to Nera, now across, and El Sir cannot keep it out. That is a beautiful finish from Arjun Wente, and it's 1-0 for Los Toros. Syndicate doing a great job of defending and bending, not breaking, but that time, little they could do. That is Arjun Wente at his best, powering it past El Sir. Take a look at the replay, and it looks like the front runner is going to be Los Toros after Arjun Wente powers this one in from close range. Well, now it is time for Syndicate to make their mark. They are down in the 7th minute of this match, but plenty of time for them to have a word in. It's going to be a foul against Los Toros at the mid-mark, and it does look like Syndicate FC is favoring the long delivery. No attempt to play short at this moment. I stand corrected. Syndicate will play short. Here is the delivery. It's well cleared by Devonshire. Now a second attempt for Syndicate FC, straight up and at the top of the 18. That's going to be an offside flag, and Los Toros will have an opportunity to clear their lines. Welcome to the match. Of course, we have Will Gars, we have Abraham, we have Abdul. We also have Boris De Leon, Peter Maz, and Mr. King, Romeo, Adam Redman, Mr. King, Andrea. Good to see y'all. And welcome back for 2026. A lot of familiar faces, but it's been so long, and I'm really glad to see the same. Ooh, that's a great save from El Sir. Had to gamble at the top of his 18, but it looks like that gamble has paid off, and now it will be a foul coming out for the benefit of Syndicate FC. Score remains 1-0. Andrea or Andrew, I was worried that maybe we wouldn't get you back. I know you're tuned in all the way from Italy. It's been quite a while, but you are a reliable and serious fan here on DMV Sports Media. We really appreciate you. Liam, it was great to meet you in person. Says Abraham is not a real fan. Ooh, that is a well-timed challenge from El Sir. Los Toros, though, second bite at the apple, and it's again saved by Ahmed El Sir. Now Syndicate will try to get out over the far touchline. And here we go, right over the midline. This Syndicate side has certainly not backed down from the challenge. Los Toros, of course, are a side that has made a name for themselves here in APL Super League and UPSL. Syndicate, though, plenty of talent. Ooh, that is a late challenge. Ooh, we are going to see a foul right at the midfield. At this moment, it doesn't look like any card will be produced, but we've seen challenges from both sides that, you know, later in the game, I think will potentially be yellow cards. There was a challenge that stopped a promising attack from Los Toros, and now we see a pretty late challenge, a pretty aggressive challenge, either of which given a yellow card, but still very early, so understand the referee's thinking, but it will be a free kick for Los Toros. Jamer Diaz, the captain, standing over the ball to deliver. And he will keep it short. Castillo right back to Diaz. Now it is Nelson Castillo switching the point of attack, and no rush for this Los Toros side, who certainly plenty of bodies in the mix. Now sent over. It's well taken. Is there a square ball? Oh, it's a beautiful shot, but the offside flag goes and it will be nullified. No goal, but that is wonderful build-up play from Los Toros. Take a look at the replay. This one won't count. But unfortunately will not count. Welcome, Donnie Cruz. Pete, good to see you, man. I caught up talking about Andrea. It's great to see you. I really appreciate the continued patronage all the way from out in the Midwest, and I've loved just seeing your channel grow. The Midwest Media Network, covering all the matches out in the Midwest. And honestly, I know y'all will probably get it much worse than we do in terms of snow, ice, wind, etc., but we are finally thawed out, and I don't know, it's been a tough time. I'll speak for myself, not having footy, not having outdoors activities. This is a beautiful moment, but I'm sure you can relate out there in Chicago. A lot of ice, a lot of wind, and a lot of cold temperatures. Hopefully y'all are thawing out as well. This is Maestrin down the line. We'll go right back. Cruz didn't get all of it, but Devonshire left no doubt. We'll send it down the line. Here is a chase from Alejandro Niera, but now Syndicate take control. It will be a throw on the far touchline. Andrea, just let me know if you prefer Andrew or Andrea. I can't remember where we left it off, but it's really remarkable seeing you tune in all the way from Italy. I remember at some point I think you told me you wanted to go by Andrew, but I wanted to get it right now. It's the beginning of 2026, and hopefully you'll be joining us for the duration of the season. Looks like this will be a kick coming out for Los Toros. Cruz will send it back to Mertsaeli. Hasn't had a lot to do, hasn't had a lot of touches, but we'll continue this one over to the center back. Now down the line, Maestrin unable to find a recipient. Diaz sends it over to Castillo. Dylan right down the line. And here comes Wente with the early delivery. That is a tantalizing ball. Partially dealt with. Dylan still in the mix. Shirks off one defender, top of the 18. And finally, Syndicate able to get it away at the expense of a corner kick. Los Toros will have an opportunity to get some bodies in. It looks like we will have a yellow card for the Syndicate defender. We'll update you on who received that yellow card in just a moment, so we get a number. Do you have any idea who that was? No. 25. Okay. Here comes the in-swinger. It looks like Osvaldo Cruz will take this one. Cruz standing over the ball. And now lofting one high to the back post. No recipients found, but Diaz able to keep it alive, and maybe not his finest ball across, and now Syndicate will send bodies forward. A long ball down the line, well won by Dylan. Now Castillo sends it back, and Los Toros doing what they do best, putting it on the ground and going right at the necks of Syndicate FC. Arian Wente will send it across. Back post, no recipient at the ready, and now it will be a goal kick to come for Syndicate FC. I hate to make excuses, but I'm going to blame Apple. I have no idea what happened to my Syndicate FC roster. I took a picture of it. Since the update on Apple, I have absolutely no idea how to find anything at all, ever. So I apologize to Syndicate, but it has been Los Toros who have been dominant on the ball. And Alcir will take. This is the ball right to the midfield. Well won by Maestrin, but Syndicate will take their kick, or excuse me, their throw on the far side. Pressure is on Syndicate, trying to possess from the back, but they'll run out of real estate. And Los Toros quickly there to make their mark. It's one back by Dexter, but Syndicate on the second ball. Here's Q. Now Dylan sends it away. And now Syndicate with the throw on the far touchline. It's quickly sent across. Oh, it's a dangerous square ball. Oh, kept alive, Alcir. He doesn't want to take any chances. We'll just send it away, and it looks like that was the best decision. Paisley sends it back. Wente quickly in pursuit. Dylan as well in the mix, and now Syndicate will have a throw on the near side. Number 25 receiving that yellow card earlier in the match. We'll send it forward. Still ping-ponging across the midfield. Well taken down by Osvaldo Cruz. Keeps his balance. Here comes Cruz. Now Arian Wente. Ever dangerous from his wing attack. Top of the 18. Final ball ricochets into the possession of Ahmed Alcir, and he will just send his bodies forward. Alcir's ball. A high ball. Didn't get the distance maybe that Syndicate had in mind, and Syndicate will have to pick up the pieces. Dexter, Nira, back to Dexter, top of the 18. Arian Wente looking for a hole, looking for a possibility, and it looks like Arian Wente has found another goal for Los Toros. That's a beautiful second goal. Take a look back at the replay. There is a lot of opportunistic attack here for Los Toros. 2-0 here in this MDCVSA State Cup final inside of 20 minutes. Arian Wente with the goal. On a brace now. We'll see what is the next act of this play. Will Syndicate respond, or will we see the score continue to erode in favor of Los Toros? Let us know your thoughts in the chat. This is Syndicate sending it back, looking for a way to break down this Los Toros side. So far, it's been a relatively straightforward attack from Los Toros. The man who has continually been the focal point, the fulcrum of the attack has been Arian Wente. And of course, Nelson Castillo certainly making his involvement felt. This is in behind. Devonshire gives chase, and it looks like Devonshire won't take any chances. It's sent across the touchline. It will be a throw here for Syndicate. Quickly contested. Syndicate still moving it across. Ooh, dangerous back pass, but still in the mix. And this one will roll all the way over and across the end line for a Mert Siley Marriage goal kick. Let us know where you're tuned in from, of course. Welcome, as I said, to Donnie Cruz, Ian Pruitt, Andrea, Madeline Chapman, tuned in all the way from South Georgia. We got quite a wide range of audience, and I love to see it. Welcome back, Madeline. That's a lovely touch on the near touch line. Now down the line, Arian Wente, can he find a way across? Takes the early cross over the top of the 18. Paisley now will send it forward. It's an early ball forward, relatively direct, and Los Toros, they won't have any trouble with that. Lovely skill from Jamer Diaz. And now Devonshire to Cruz. Cruz sees something he likes on the far touchline, and now Castillo will send it back in the direction of Maestrin. Yeah, Dio was there. The execution was not. Second bite at the apple for Los Toros, but deflected out will be a throw. In the 23rd minute, Los Toros still have the 2-0 advantage by way of 2 Arian Wente goals. There's Dylan. Looking to get into the 18, but a lot of work to do, and it's Syndicate able to stack bodies to prevent any would-be attack. Now down the line. Well defended by Devonshire, has help as well from Diaz, and Diaz and Wente not quite on the same page that time. It will be a throw for Syndicate. A little bit of a consolation prize. Syndicate try to find a way in behind this Los Toros side. It's an early ball. Well controlled by Arian Wente. Now it's sent forward. It looks like Castillo is just offside. It was a great idea, just a little early on the run. Castillo, he certainly would have been home free if that one had been an onside. But instead, Syndicate will have an early set piece, quickly delivered. Another direct delivery. Ooh, it's not pretty, but it almost bears fruit. Well blocked, and now Dylan will pick up the pieces in the corner here for Los Toros. Cruz out to Diaz. Now Diaz with an early ball towards Alejandro Nira. Nira just deemed to be offside. It looked offside to my eye in real time, but our assistant official certainly had the best look at that one. Don't know the name of the park, Peter, but this is played in Lorton, Virginia. It's kind of interesting. Both teams are based much further north, up in Northern Virginia, but I guess the location was predetermined, so here we are. It's a lovely pitch, 70 yards wide, and pretty nice, well-maintained turf. The winner of this match will progress on to the USASA regional qualifier towards the Nationals. So a lot on the line. One side will go home and one side will continue. Those Toros have been the perennial favorite in the Virginia State Cup since they joined just 3 years ago. Syndicate marching their way down the field. This one ping-pongs back and forth, but Syndicate will pick it up. And plenty of space on this near side. There's Paisley turning. Paisley will send it back. It's a potential foul, but onwards we play. Advantage given, and Syndicate will give it all the way back to Elsear. There's another direct ball, but Los Toros not fooled, and now Osvaldo Cruz will take over from his holding midfield role. There's the delivery from Cruz. And another offside against Nira. Tough to call that one, but we're going to have to trust our assistant referee down there on the line. Yeah, Donnie, where are you at, man? You know me, I just do video. You got to do the pictures. This is a State Cup final. No, I'm just kidding. I know you're busy, but I've been impressed seeing your work out there. You've done some great photography for Los Toros. I'm sure for other clubs, but I just see the Los Toros stuff. Looks like Los Toros will opt to go short with this goal kick. Here's Diaz. Sending one right in the direction of Arian Wente. That was telegraphed, and Syndicate were the initial recipient of that telegraph. For a pass. Now Dylan, we get down the line. Castillo's ball goes begging, but Alejandro Nira, oh, that's another lovely save from Ahmed Elsear to deny Alejandro Nira from the top of the 18. Take a look back at this replay. Los Toros will have to settle with the consolation prize of a corner kick. And it's another fingertip save from Elsear, the former Los Toros goalkeeper. Interesting to see who will take this one. Cruz is kind of strolling in that direction, but Jamer Diaz looks resolute. He wants this one. And it looks like we have our answer. It's a quick delivery back to the feet of Diaz, top of the 6. And now finally cleared by Syndicate FC. Only partially. Nelson Castillo takes over. Still going is Castillo. Well, it's not the best clearance we've seen. Alexander Dexter takes the shot, and it's golazo for Alexander Dexter, and it's 3-0 for Los Toros. Alexander Dexter picking up right where he left off after leaving Virginia Revolution and finding his way back to Los Toros. That is a strong goal delivered. Take a look back at this replay. 3-0 is your scoreline here from Lorton, Virginia in the MDCVSA State Cup final. Not a thing that Elsear could do from this range with this power. Wind picking up a little bit. Don't think it will be so much a factor for the players here, but we'll see. I'll count out Syndicate. Still got plenty of time. And potentially could make some changes at halftime. For now, though, Los Toros still in the driver's seat. Here is Nira back to Cruz, and now Jamer Diaz settling things right out to this near touchline. Diaz. No recipients to be found, and Syndicate will take over. That's a lovely turn from Nelson Castillo. Really forces the defenders to commit. Here's Dexter looking for his brace. Instead, we'll dish it off to Alejandro Nira. And now, finally, we have our delivery, but oh, that's a very near miss from Alexander Dexter. That close to his brace. Syndicate able to weather the storm. Take a look back at the replay. Oh, I appreciate the kind words, Peter. Honestly, the more people we have out trying to continue to grow this sport, and given the live broadcast, the video, across the country, the better. And it's been cool to see your progress from just being a great videographer to figuring out the live streaming side of it, and I very much can relate. This is going to be a good year, hopefully, for the footy community as we have the World Cup coming this way. Potentially some extra eyes on these very talented players and teams that occupy the amateur and semi-professional echelon of the U.S. soccer. It's going to be a set piece for Syndicate FC. About 40 yards, maybe 45 from goal. Looks like this is going to be pounded towards the 18. Goalkeeper stays on his line, and why not? Toros easily positioned to deal with it. Pressure is on. Ante making his presence felt. Syndicate able to continue for the moment. There's Alexander Dexter. Now Nira, a lot of space over to his left, and that is the space he will find. Dylan looking for a quick delivery. Can he find it? And that final answer is no. It's a tough ball to thread, tough timing to make, but the final effort was somewhat lacking. Here comes Cruz. Now Castillo bobbing and weaving. He's found a little bit of space. That's a great clearance. Last-ditch defending from Syndicate FC, and now Los Toros have found another corner kick. Excuse me, a throw. Let's take a look back at this run from Castillo. Here's Joey Maestrin on the throw. Going to send it low and short. The final pass from Dexter. Really easy for El Sayer to collect. It's a quick delivery out. But Syndicate not so interested in playing direct ball. They want to take their time, try to break down this Los Toros side. It's a good battle in the middle. Dylan wins that battle. Los Toros, second bite of the apple, and they will not find anything from that deal. Maestrin able to win the defensive challenge, and all the way back to the Turk, Mert Saili Meric, who has been far and few between in his touches this match, but has been great in his communication and keeping the team very alert. There's Castillo. Now Nira. Nira had lots of chances, perhaps too many chances, but the final chance was Syndicate winning that ball off the challenge. It's a little late to this one. Syndicate will go back in order to get forward. It's popped right up in the air. Cruz gives the second ball a little extra zest, but no recipients found. Oh, it's a poor back pass. Castillo also unable to hang on. Here comes Alexander Dexter on the far side. It's a contentious moment, and El Sayer will see this one all the way out for a goal kick to come for the benefit of Syndicate FC. I hate to be pessimistic, Andrea, and I appreciate that. You're tuning into our soccer ecosystem all the way from Italy, but I don't think we're going to see a full promotion relegation, even at the USL level. It sounds like it's going to be very limited in scope. The economics are just not there. Come back to that thought. There is another goal. Beautiful assist from Cruz. Ooh. No offside is called. That's going to stand. And Alexander Dexter will find his second. So 2 goals for Dexter, 2 goals for Arjen Wente, 4 goals for Los Toros. Let's take a look back at the replay. And now it looks like it is your Los Toros FC who are firmly in the driver's seat for the MDCVSA State Cup final, representing Virginia in the USASA, potentially. Still a lot of time on the clock. Just under 10 minutes left to play here in this first half. Haven't seen a whole lot of switches made from either side this far in the match, but we got plenty of players to call on when needed. Syndicate. Looks like it will be a throw for Los Toros on the far side. Bodies inching forward. All the way back to Devonshire. Over to Dylan. Uente, as soon as he receives that ball, you just see the confidence and his willingness to go forward, but showed intelligence there and deciding that there wasn't anything to attack. And now Los Toros will send it along the back. Here's Castillo over to Cruz. Kevin Cruz down the line. That doesn't bear a whole lot of fruit, but Alexander Dexter is there. Now Diaz. Oh, that's a lovely threaded ball. In behind, Elsier is there. Gotta love the effort. Dylan was the intended target. Diaz was the deliverer. Well, the counterattack is on for Syndicate FC. Just wide of Siley Marich's goal, but did have him at full stretch. Take a look back at this replay. Lovely little counterattack engineered by Syndicate. If you're just joining us, this is the MDCVSA State Cup Final here in Virginia. The winner of this match will progress to the U.S. Amateur Cup Regionals. And then beyond that, it would be 4 Nationals finalists, but that's way ahead of us for today. We're looking for a Cup finalist, and we're looking for a regional qualifier. This is Mert Sayeli playing it over to Cruz on the far side. Here comes Diaz. Diaz, clever little move to bring it back. And Cruz will have to do his part. Right idea, maybe not the execution that Cruz had in mind. And Syndicate will take over. Throw on the far side. There is Nira on the far touch. This one pobbles up in the air. Osvaldo Cruz trying to find a clever ball over the top, but Elsier not to be fooled. He's right off his line, and now we'll send it over to his left side. Right now, Syndicate really struggling to get out of their own area. The Toros have been stifling in the pressure, but there is space behind if Syndicate can string together a few passes. Good tackle from Kevin Cruz. Now Arian Wente sprinting past 2 players. Oh, there is the pass. Castillo turns, looking for a final effort, but Syndicate are able to right the wrong and stabilize the ship, and that is going to be a chance gone begging throw on the far side for Syndicate. Cruz right back over to Jamer Diaz. Has been the mastermind setting things forward. Right now, I think Syndicate have done a good job of at least limiting chances. This one deflected over the near touchline for Los Toros throw. There's the throw. Dylan back to Diaz. Now Castillo. Maestrin is ready on the far wing. Here comes Maestrin. Cutting back inside. Los Toros still have 5 minutes to make something happen. Syndicate as well, if they can get back on the ball. They're just getting to the end of the 40th minute. Q looking for a way forward. It's been tough sledding today for Syndicate FC, but still on the ball. It's a good touch turn from Paisley, but Diaz not to be fooled. can do it all. He's obviously the springboard of the attack, but that's great defending. Now Arianwente down the line. Castillo, he's got space and he's got options in the middle. Castillo, known to be a precise operator in there, but he knows his limits and instead goes back. Goes fullback. There's Maestrin on the far side. Joey Maestrin. Ooh, that's a poor turnover. Syndicate. Chances have been far and few between. Can they find something from this? Must be a cross. Well, it looks like potentially Saili might have gotten a touch, but it looks like that's not the case. Will just be a goal kick to come. This one's not far outside of the Los Toros posts. And it will be a goal kick coming out. Just a warning shot across the bow. Tune in tonight. We have our first MASL, that is Arena Soccer League, Major Arena Soccer League. Division 3, we have Maryland Storm traveling over to Cumberland Valley. That will kick off at 7 p.m. on DMV Sports Media. What is this then? And then tomorrow we'll have the MDV Cup Christos and Blazers up at Columbia, Maryland. Looking forward to finally getting the MDV Cup back on track after it seemed like a constant and perpetual state of ice here in the DMV. Finally going to get to our knockout rounds. Catch us on the channel live at 3 p.m. If you want to come in person, it's, I believe, Blandair Park 3. Check out Maryland soccer. I'll be there. I'm going to play an over 30 game beforehand, though. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It's a place. Good ball out top of the 18. Here is Diaz. Diaz, maybe a little too clever, but able to stunt the outlet. And now Devonshire will send it back inside. That's Columbia. You know where Columbia, Maryland is. Yeah. Here's Cruz. Not really. If you go in the morning, honestly, it's from like Arlington. It's like 50 minutes or so. It's like 2 hours if you're in like rush hour. Here's Dylan into the 18. Oh, Alejandro Nira. That's a clever first ball. There's no recipients on the backside, and that looks like Syndicate will send it away. Only partially cleared. Toros to have bodies in all of the places that make life difficult for Syndicate. And it looks like they will be rewarded with a throw on that far touchline. Again, I'm Noah Walker with DMV Sports Media. Excited to welcome in 2026. It's been quite a while since we've had the pleasure of getting together on a match broadcast. But this is Syndicate looking to stretch Los Toros. Great defending there from Devonshire. Oh, I appreciate that, Armana Eritrea. Eritrea. That's not. I feel like that's supposed to say Eritrea, but who knows? And I think I know who that is, but I appreciate the kind words, as always. And at least it's a start. Yeah. Andrew, I am super excited that you continue to, and please continue to, but I'm curious to know why you don't watch the Serie A. In fact, I don't even want to bring it up. Just keep tuning in on DMV Sports Media from Italy. We love your presence. We love having you here. That is a well-won ball from Dylan. Quickly delivered to Castillo, but perhaps a little too direct. And Syndicate will go back to El Sear, who sends it over to the far touchline. So still alive. Cruz gets a touch. Maestrin kind of sends it forward. There's Castillo back to Diaz. Dylan, the intended recipient was Alejandro Nira, but backline of Syndicate closed in really well. Here comes Kevin Cruz. So build from the back, sends it into the feet of Castillo. Now Cruz over to Dylan. Dylan has put in a lot of work to make sure the ball continues to travel down this near side, but I think at this point he might be starting to think about a goal for himself. I mean, I think everyone on Los Toros is entitled to start thinking about a goal for themselves at the right time, at the right moment. It's 4-0. It's a comfortable moment. You can be selfish when the opportunity presents. Speaking of active players here in Los Toros, there's a well-timed and well-delivered ball from Arian Wente. It's deflected over the end line for a goal, a corner kick. So we'll have an in-swinger here from Jamer Diaz, the Puerto Rico international, wearing the captain's armband today. Sent to the near post. It bounces. Kevin Cruz was there, but didn't have his signature bicycle kick finish. Perhaps that could have delivered it. Oh, that's a great ball in. Alexander Dexter, second bite at the apple, and the flag stays down. The final touch came from from Kevin Cruz, but we're going to call that a team goal. Alexander Dexter also had a strong hand in that, but the final touch did come from Kevin Cruz. So 2 goals for Arian Wente, 2 goals for Alexander Dexter, and a goal for Kevin Cruz. I guess he technically just robbed Alexander Dexter from his hat trick, but still plenty of time left as we head into the late stages of stoppage in this first half. Kind of. I mean, the winner of the entire National Cup gets to play in the Open Cup, but there's an easier way. You can just play for the qualifiers. I'm going to explain it at halftime. It's so convoluted. We're into stoppage time here in this first half period. Looks like Syndicate trying to Here's good win from Castillo. Castillo topped the 18. Oh, there's a lovely finish there. And it looks like it will be a hat trick for Arian Wente. It was always coming. 5-0 is the scoreline here. And what promises to be the final kick of this first half. Let's take a look back at this replay. Smooth as butter and always what you expected to see. Arian Wente tucking this past his former teammate Ahmed El Sir. Not a thing El Sir could do. It's 5-0 here for Los Toros. Doesn't look like this Virginia State Cup trophy is going anywhere else but home to Los Toros. Still 45 minutes left to play. You never say never in sports, but I don't know what the Vegas line has right now, but it's probably not so favorable. I'm Noah Walker. Happy to have you here on DMV Sports Media. And as always, make sure you like and subscribe. Every like helps boost these players and teams in the YouTube algorithm. We're always battling that algorithm to make sure that everyone cares about these amateur soccer teams, which is an uphill battle, but just hit that like button. Promise you. The famous. Anyways, I'm taking a break. The union mandated break is here. I'll see you in a couple minutes here on DMV Sports Media for the second half of the MDCVSA State Cup Finals. Thanks for joining us. Hello and welcome back to the MDCVSA State Cup Final. Los Toros dominant over Syndicate FC here in Lorton, Virginia. 6-0 is your scoreline as Syndicate try to do the impossible and reverse or at least mitigate what has been a one-sided affair. It's Syndicate playing right to left, wearing their all-white kits. Los Toros with their mint green tops and black bottoms. And I just absolutely destroyed my tripod. Hopefully it'll do anything cool. I am joined with the one and only Liam Hogan. Yeah, I thought he only existed in the chat space, but he is actually a real person, not just artificial intelligence. I think I liked when you were just a fake artificial intelligence. Yeah. Anyways, it would be cooler if I had I mean, I do actually have a second mic, but anyways, there's not a lot going on in this game. I mean, what? Just tell me a topic we're going to talk about. Just come over here. We can get real close.
Well, first of all, Toros have made a couple changes. It's a 6-0 halftime game, and you've got to wonder.
Really speak into this. Yeah.
You've got to wonder what the subs who haven't entered the game are thinking. Looking down the line at Coach Mo and Coach Dave, thinking, what do I have to do to get into this 6-0 match? I think we've got Carter Berg replaced Alejandro.
I got a better idea. Put this on and move the camera, and I'm going to go get a second mic. No. You got to do everything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Don't worry.
All right, we're here at Embry Mill.
Yeah. You're now the cameraman.
We're at Embry Mill Park. We've got the Toros currently with a 6-0 lead over Syndicate FC. I don't know anything about Syndicate FC, but word on the street is they're pretty good. Hasn't quite shown through today, but people often underestimate how difficult it is to play a one-off game. We've had snow covering fields. This is a turf field. We're in Stafford, Virginia. There is zero real fanfare, so the energy will have to be brought by the players themselves. I mean, the biggest difference that you can see between the culture of the Toros and the Syndicate team is that the Syndicate team seems to have sort of a tired sort of fatigue at this point in the match, and the whole time they've been kind of quick to wonder what's going wrong with their team. Whereas Toros, as a long-term Toros fan, it's really cool to see that they have started to take a lot of ownership of mistakes, and there's really very little friction from one player to another in these matches at this point in their journey. Yeah, it looks like we also have a goalie change. Let me highlight that a little bit. I don't know if he was quite planning to play today or just be with staff, but he has entered the match. That might be one of those 6-0 decisions. Got some color commentary there on that one. Also, shout out to GMV Sports Media. This operation is legit. I think
totally, we're not just bringing random people who are just cool and making them cameraman on the spot. We don't do that. We're a legit operation.
Indeed.
Super legit. Treat to actually join. I don't know. You're cool, but how did you get legend status? You gotta tell me about that.
I've been at a lot of Hutchinson Elementary School games. Lots of smells in the air.
You had to be there, kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, Juan de Dios, shout out. I think anybody that knows Juan de Dios knows that he's a key role, a key figure. I mean, and those who really know would, sorry.
Good wrap up.
Noah's going to keep us covering the game.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Sorry, I got to do the thing.
You're good.
No, I'm apologizing to myself.
No, my problem is I could talk all day.
Yeah. Oh, please continue to. It's the beginning of a new year, so. Okay.
Toros keeping possession here. Just swinging it around the back. Toros on an attack now. It's a Dexter. And am I correct that he's already sitting on a hat trick?
Dexter's on a brace. Arian Wente on the hat trick, at least as far as I remember. But my also only had 5 goals at the end of the half until I realized it was 6. So I don't know if I'm going to trust myself all that much. Next time the ball goes out of play, I'm just going to yell.
One thing Toros historically has always done well is the defensive line can always settle the ball and wrangle it in and use the goalie. Very good with headers. That's usually one of the strengths that you can count on from the Toros, and I mean it's the reason why they're up 6 goals right now.
Sam Devonshire and Kevin Cruz, absolute ballers. You know, there's lots of skilled players, but these guys get stuck in, and I love that.
I want to get my prediction now. I have Carter Berg with 2 goals based on watching the streams. I think that he brings fresh legs in a match like this where the sting is kind of out of it. I mean, he goes 100% from what I've seen.
Yeah, but he also made me accidentally curse on a Nationals match with one of his goals. So,
yeah. And I mean, in all honesty, you've got to ask yourself, what does it take to get to be a starter for the Toros? You enter the game at 6-0, you better deliver. It's not 6-0 if you just entered the match at halftime.
They've become a team that is no longer about your credentials and how good you are. It is also about how often you show up to practice, and that's such a difficult thing. I feel like it's just one of those understated things because I see a lot of teams in there. How much can you really say to a player, okay, if you don't show up, we're not going to start you? Okay, that's easy if it's a marginal player, right? But there's certain players, you know, of the Carter Berg level, most teams, like, I'm just going to put them in no matter what.
Yeah, there definitely is a level of complacency for players that have a very productive college career going into the men's game. I mean, you do end up feeling a little bit like a commodity, and if a team is eager to win, they're generally lucky to have you there in full fitness, fully committed. But in the case of Toros, I think that Dave has evolved over time, and he's figured out a way to get the most out of these boys who are already kind of post-productive college career. And he still keeps the fire alive, man. I mean, you got to earn your place on the Toros. You don't just get to show up and play, and it's not just soccer-wise; it's cultural too.
Yeah, absolutely. And sorry, Carter, I'm not talking about you. It's not like you are the player who doesn't show up to practice or anything. I'm saying him as the level of the player.
And he has an unquestionably high level of play, so that's why it's fascinating to see. Like, I expect him to score, and I expect him to eventually be a regular starter. I mean, it's just fun. That's one of the compelling things about watching the Toros is the level of competition within the squad.
Yeah, and it actually, now I am speaking specifically about Carter Berg because okay, let's just talk about like family vacation or something like that, where it's absolutely something that you can't show up to practice or whatever. But it's not about it's not a punishment. It's just that this is the system and this is the players we have here. And as long as players buy into that, that's what creates a great team. You know, when you get the egos of the players who can't buy into that, that's when you get a fractured system. And, you know, you'll win games. You'll beat the tar off of certain teams, but you're not going to actually go to the national level. But I think Toros are getting closer and closer. And as great as they've been, they haven't gotten that far. But I think we're starting to see what could be. So
yeah,
we'll
there's still some uncharted territory for the Toros. You can notice it somewhat when they progress into those like U.S. Open Cup qualifiers. They've bumped into some of those really next level teams. I mean, I have a soft spot for Christos FC. Mm-hmm. I think that they're good people. The Hayslip brothers founded that team. I know Jody is a really good guy. I've gone with them to the USASA National Cup in Florida for, I believe it's called the Fritz Marth Trophy, where they won it all. And I mean, I know that Christos is legit. That's one of the only opponents when I tune into these DMV sports media broadcasts. I see Toros versus Christos, and I think they're one of the few teams that Toros can still stand to learn a lot from.
Two things. One, love that Kevin Cruz just went in pretty hard, and you know, but the opponent, I love that from the Syndicate, man, didn't get up and get in his face or anything.
Yeah, major
Kevin
credit at
Cruz
this
immediately
point.
made sure, because that was a hard challenge, but that's sports, man.
Hashtag respect at the point when it's a 6-0 game. You're gonna not want to see it go sideways.
Yeah. Oh no, it's so refreshing because I see so much pettiness. At all levels of the game where you feel like you have to do something, but it was good to see both sides. The Syndicate player, it's so tough. 6-0 down, it's so easy to just get up and want to get.
They've carried themselves very professionally.
There was none of that, and to Kevin Cruz's credit, he immediately realized that was not that cool.
And I'd say, you know, in terms of how the Toros players react and stuff, there's a little bit of tolerance for flair, but I think that over time, a level of discipline has emerged as like, hey, we want to win the game. We don't want to win a couple fights in the first half.
I was just going to say, we're flicking the switch in terms of controversial stuff. So Toros, right? We're saying that there was a time there that it was not this way, right?
Oh, the Toros was like Bad News Bears.
Yeah.
I mean, Dave played.
But they still had some incredible players in the mix, but it wasn't like incredible players.
Yeah, I mean, those who don't know, like Gabby Gomez is like one of the best players I've ever played with. He's the son of Christian Gomez, one of the all-time legends of DC United. I mean, it goes without saying, you have like these, multi-generation super talents in Northern Virginia. And it's just like one thing to be pretty good, but then another thing to be dominant, and I love to see the Toros dominate.
Yeah, absolutely. It's the consistency. It's the expectation, and it comes from, again, buying in. I want to go back to the Christos you brought up, because Christos, if you're watching, and we're going to see you tomorrow, it's no secret. I have lots of different opinions on Christos. They are an incredible team and a well-organized team, but they okay, I'm going to back up.
They're so many teams Baltimore. They're from Baltimore. That's probably their main points against them.
They had the Scott Van Pelt special on them after they scored on DC United first in the U.S. Open Cup, and really.
That's one of the best goals I ever witnessed in real life, by the way, Noah. Christos FC, named after a liquor store, taking a 1-0 lead against a Major League Soccer club.
In high school, I think he was at McDonough. Yeah.
And we're talking about a goal being scored by, and I know it's commonplace in England with the FA Cup and stuff, but Christos FC is an amateur Sunday League team, and they had a 1-0 lead against a team that's allegedly worth $1 billion.
What a goal. There's your hat trick. Alexander Dexter. Maybe he already had a hat trick. Who knows? But that is certainly a hat trick, and that was about as upper 90 as you're going to get. Alexander Dexter, take a bow. Welcome back to Los Toros. There's your 7-0 scoreline here in this Virginia State Cup final. There's your replay as well. Anyways, I was going to say,
very good goal.
Very good call. I've had my own issues. Drew, Larry, love y'all. I'm just going to say it, but because they have this swagger and they have this ethos about them, and it can easily rub you the wrong way, rub me the wrong way.
But you don't like it when people type a U instead of YOU?
When they're just really good and they continue to remind you about it. At the end of the day, you just got to kind of respect it.
I'll play devil's advocate. Have you seen how many trophies they've won? Have you been to the liquor store?
No, I'm playing devil's advocate to myself.
Okay.
I'm saying, like, they're incredible, and I'm just being a salty something.
No, but honestly, I think they serve as a really good blueprint for how you can build a community within what you're trying to accomplish. And that's really should be more of a North Star for what's going on. Not North Star Berryville, that's a different story. But it should definitely
other
be
end of the different map that we're even talking about.
Some people are in it or have been in this for 40 years. Some people have been in this for 14 minutes. And there's everything in between. So it's a very fun space. But, back to the game at hand. So what's at stake here, Noah?
Well, there's going to be a USASA, which is U.S. Adult Soccer Amateur something.
The United States Adult Amateur Soccer Association.
Something.
Amateur.
It's just the Amateur Cup. It's the Amateur Cup. Amateur Cup, the National Cup. So it's going to be probably Westchester. They're just the team that wins. I don't know but it's usually the Maryland or Virginia team pairs up with Pennsylvania. It could be Christos.
Another club that sometimes gets in the mix is VE Club. I think
Erzgebirge.
Yeah, Erzgebirge up in Pennsylvania.
Erzgebirge.
Okay.
Ooh, that is a tough slid for us here, but it's really well slotted in from Alexander Dexter. So he is on 4, potentially more.
Now, for those who really want to know the deep history of the MDCVSA State Cup, in 2018, I believe, 1 year before COVID, so it may have been 2019, the championship actually was played up until about the 60th minute and then conceded by Sporting 804 against Loco FC. So we do have precedent within the past decade that the championship game can just be called off by concession.
Interesting.
And I think that's what
we don't do things that way up in Maryland. But
I don't know, though. We're looking at a situation here, 7 goals, 8 goals. I mean, what the heck is going on here? I don't know if Syndicate will play a full 90.
I've been up in some absolute thrashings in Maryland that did just like the team tries to forfeit and the referees are just like, no.
Well, at this point, I guess it's like
continue to play.
Fitness and health. I'm skeptical of the far side assistant referee. I feel like he gave a goal to Toros when it was offside.
At this point, if Syndicate score on Los Toros, I'm just going to say Los Toros lost and Syndicate won.
Yeah, I mean,
it's next goal wins.
Toros is a type of team, though, honestly, like that would be a weird moral defeat for the Toros if they gave up a goal now. It would be sad.
Yep, I would agree. And I think Dave would probably have some things to say.
We talked about whether or not they're going to use a charter bus, and Dave said he feels the team maybe doesn't perform to quite the level that he would hope when he does pamper them a little bit. So they came in humble today, drove themselves in, and they've put in a humble blue-collar shift. So it's not surprising. I think we're going to see no more charter buses.
Was that a Steel Pulse reference?
No. Maybe the Toros performed poorly one time against Steel Pulse, but the word on the street from owner, operator, director, coach Dave Mastron is that charter buses make the team play soft.
Well, there you have it. I feel like that's actually we gotta get a team dedicated to that. Some university somewhere is going to have an overlapping field where somehow that is going to be something that their PhD could actually cover that. We're going to find that. I'm going to forget about that in 2 minutes. But
okay, so if you win the MDCVSA State Cup, you advance to a regional tournament. And does that include Maryland and Pennsylvania, or does that also include other states?
Then you have to play a team that actually had to go through a real State Cup to get to the game, i.e. Maryland, Pennsylvania.
But I mean, who do we have contesting it in Maryland? Is it Steel Pulse and Christos? Is it
Steel Pulse is out?
Is
all
it
winter.
Baltimore United?
Steel Pulse is taking a break. I'm going to go out and just say Christos.
Yeah.
Christos is going to be our team. There's probably other teams, but Christos has been a little bit not Christos,
Well, they had a golden generation, I think, too. They had, I think, maybe multiple players that just chose professions over pursuing professional soccer careers. And that's, a lot of people run their mouth like, oh, he wanted to do that job instead of being a pro, but they never had an opportunity to be pro.
I'm going to go back and bring, we're going to make this. This is going to turn into just a random controversial podcast by my own decision.
Foul throw.
Chris is. Come on, Freddie. You can do better.
If you tune in to the MDCVSA Saturday 2 p.m. kickoff at Embry Mill that started 30 minutes late, and you're still watching when it's 7-0, you deserve to hear some good stuff.
I haven't checked the chat, but I hope it's just absolutely popping off. Good, bad. If you hate me, love me, don't even hear me.
We got a Viva Juan de Dios in the chat. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I want to defend my position again on Christos because I feel like I backed off a little. I had some pretty legitimate points to why I was disappointed. I feel like I got into such a big dispute. Again, I don't care. It is what it is. Hopefully y'all don't feel like this is not proper for me to say because I love what Christos is for Baltimore soccer, right? And so that's why I had such a problem with, but no specifics need to be mentioned. It's just they're an incredible team, and I just hope they continue to exist. You know what I mean? Like player-wise, financially, you know what I mean? Like they're incredible.
Yeah, and I mean they're kind of one of those clubs that has reached I don't know, I would almost call it club enlightenment, that they're starting to expand more into youth. They've got Super Y or USL Academy. I'm not sure exactly which one they have.
And they've actually started to have a real social media. There was a long time where they were just like we would post the Instagram at a bunch of different fixtures, and they would just like screenshot the whole post and then just Microsoft Paint out all of the other fixtures.
Yeah. Now, on the other hand, though, I sort of respected how Christos would operate their team, and the social media and the marketing was always secondary, if not tertiary.
No. I respect that, but at this day and age, when you have a USL2 team and a team that continues to compete at the amateur adult, at the national amateur level,
to be honest, I
need
sometimes
to
forget that they play in USL2.
Yeah, they're USL2. I get it. It's cute. Beer Hall from Super League. That's their thing, is to just post the Apple Notes roster that they send out to their team, and then be like, hey, we play soccer, guys, and just it's funny. But Christos is a little bit kind of you guys got to have a real social media team. When you see the players that come through that, like Ben Bender, some of the other standout MLS players who have come through that, guys, you can't be doing. But to their credit, they have found a really, really strong social media team. So,
and I'll put a bow on Christos' talk and say it was one of the most beautiful scenes in American soccer, going to the Maryland Soccerplex Stadium field and seeing that there was seemingly as many or more supporters for a liquor store Sunday League team against DC United. And I'm talking about Barra Brava, Screaming Eagles, District Ultras. They were not bigger than Christos on that day.
I'm also realizing why you are a legend. You actually were there. This is the stuff I look up on the internet and but you were there. You did this. You're.
I'm a soccer sicko, Noah.
Okay.
I've been watching your broadcast just so I don't miss anything.
Dude, I'm flattered. Honestly, these are the things. I wasn't there for any of that, but I know about it. But
I was actually kicked out with my brother. I was kicked out of RFK Stadium for bringing a Christos FC banner to their MLS match that preceded the U.S. Open Cup draw.
Okay. Remind me, can I get your number after this?
Yeah, sure.
That's actually pretty cool.
In the DC United staff, they confiscated the Christos FC banner, which I had originally brought to City Stadium. I met Jody Hayslip in Fredericksburg, not far from here at University of Mary Washington, which I think is where Carter Berg played.
Yes, he played with Nelson Castillo there. They were both, I believe, All-American.
And I saw Pete Karingi bag a hat trick, maybe even 4 goals against Fredericksburg FC at the time, which... sorry, the wire doesn't go that far.
Well, you can do better with your throw this time.
Toros have been putting in a very medium performance today, very medium effort. We'd like to see more from the center back, from the right center back.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know about that Freddie Javel substitution. He hasn't really worked hard enough yet, so we'll see.
Yeah, that's probably a foul. And they only need 9 to win.
And also, now is the time to not pick up cards for your regional playoff.
Yeah, and I mean, here's the logistics. Imagine you're playing here at Embry Mills in Stafford at 2 p.m. on February 15th or whatever. Just imagine that you find out, I guess, in a week that you have to maybe go to Pennsylvania for like a random day in March for a game.
Yes, and that's been the continual issue with, and it's.
So it's soccer, but it's also logistics. The logistical undertaking is significant here, folks. But at the same time, you're possibly as few as 8 games away from a spot in the U.S. Open Cup proper.
And I was about to say that sometimes it's like not the best and most fair way of, but also they have a specific way that they do this, and those who plan this and have continued to plan this and continue to make this happen are incredible for what they do. So that's.
I mean, someone had to get the referees here. Someone has to know where the trophy is all year long. Someone has to have the insurance squared away.
Yes.
I mean, renting the permits at this park is it's not like they live in Stafford.
I can absolutely assure you, if you think there's any money to be made in coordinating the logistics behind amateur soccer, it's
now let me just go down the list. I'm going to call out some clubs, including my own at Ashland Town FC. Why are we not playing in this? Why is Virginia Dream not playing in this?
You're with Ashland Town.
Yeah, that's my club.
Dude, they're awesome. Can we get them playing more in this area, even if it's just like for
Ashland Town FC? We play against Lionsbridge this year, June 27th, I think.
Exhibition?
Yeah, it's an exhibition.
Yeah, but you're not in an actual
Yeah, the bottom line is that it's like $75,000 to join USL2, and I mean,
it's like $1,600 to join Super Soccer League.
Well. Noah, you do know that Ashland is a 2-hour drive from, Woodbridge, basically.
Well, that's good because we don't have any games in Woodbridge.
If we can play all home games at Poor Farm Park in Ashland, we'll play whatever league you want, Noah.
What about Chantilly?
That's even further. I grew up in a Haymarket area.
Okay, maybe I'm not.
Just think Richmond. The club I operate is based out of the Richmond area.
That is not where Ashland Town. Is that really where?
Yeah, it's between Fredericksburg and Richmond. We're right near Kings Dominion.
Look at a map.
We're actually geographically the center point between Virginia Beach and Washington, D.C.
Okay, then I definitely need to. Carter Berg has been quite a disappointment. 2 goals predicted. Absolutely has done nothing. I'm sorry to get him to hear me. He's been working his tail off. He's been doing good.
No, to be honest, I think that the defense has neutralized him well, and I think it's a testament to their athleticism and their commitment to defending.
Los Toros has done a great job of just kind of mitigating chances. This is not a time where you need to go hero mode. He has been even better in terms of pressuring than he has been on.
We have missed a significant change. I believe we have the one and only Travis Basso up top.
Well, he's an absolute threat. I mean, I don't know if
I
don't know if you've seen some of. I'm not even going to say anything more. There's been a few developments. He's gotten 2 of the better goals that we've seen. One in a UPSL contest and one within, I believe it was an American Premier League playoff match.
I could be mistaken, but I'm pretty sure Travis Basso ended up on the Toros because he was bike riding distance from Hutchinson Elementary School at one point. I believe I've seen him ride his bike.
I was
to
gonna say,
Herndon
I'm
League
pretty
games
sure
before.
Travis is definitely in your time.
Yeah, Travis actually has one appearance for Ashland Town FC as well against Lionsbridge. I think we maybe lost 4-1, but you got to keep in mind Lionsbridge actually is the current USASA Amateur Club of the Year for Virginia. They've also been the USL2 franchise of the year before.
If you pay attention
Travis
close
has played
enough,
against
he'll continue to dig into that shin guard one time and again to make sure he has his vape pen to.
For a minute, I thought that Andres and Travis's biggest contribution was going to be getting the waters out of the truck at halftime with their pennies on, but now they're both in the match, so who knows? Maybe I should suit back up, Noah.
You should suit back up.
I would have like a good 13 seconds in me.
I mean, Travis is doing it.
Maybe if Abraham wants to play like over 30 or something.
Abraham, you still there? If you're not, then you're a bad fan. Arsenal is the best club.
No, I think Abraham only likes to watch when the game is close enough to have real trash talk in the comments.
No, he's usually actually pretty real. I'll give him lots of credit.
We have Andrea.
From although
how did that match with DC
from
United
Italy.
end? So that DC United match when the
do you want to break it down? You break it down because you were there.
So when the liquor store team ended up, their journey was wild too because they played against Fredericksburg, then against Richmond, then against a team in Chicago United FC, which is honestly, they have serious pedigree. As a USL2 team, Chicago United FC, they have a robust, oh, what a meg, that was saucy. But they had to go to Chicago on a random weekend as an amateur team, Christos did, and play at a high school stadium, and they barely won. And after they won against Chicago United FC, they got to play against DC United. And that was kind of the dream when they were at Fredericksburg playing at the Mary Washington Battleground Complex. The owners were kind of like, yeah, it would be kind of cool if we played DC United. You know, we've done some stuff before, but we've never really got that far. Long story short, they took a 1-0 lead. DC United ended up subbing in some of their. I think the valuation of their roster that day was about $3 million more than the Christos team for used players, and that says a lot for an MLS team like DC United. And I mean, we're talking like Steve Birnbaum, like guys that have like relevant experience with the U.S. national team. I want to say, like, was Ben Olsen the coach or something? I remember screaming at him after the game that DC United sucked, and I grew up cheering for DC United, but it's just sad to see, like, if you're worth $1 billion, the whole aura should be different against a liquor store team from Baltimore.
Well, yeah, I mean, at that point, it just becomes a fitness game. And
that's a complete offside.
That's a bold challenge and a well-won talent.
No, I'm calling it right now. I have the mic on. I know I shouldn't, but that's offsides.
Well,
and it confirms my
suspicions.
suspicions.
It's offside. There is no S on the end of it.
Offsides every time.
I get corrected so many times in the chat.
To put a bow on DC United, final score was 4-1. But I mean, it was like a moral victory for Christos FC. They went on. They've even had closed-door games against Benfica.
Yeah, and
so they've done some interesting things. Produced MLS players since then.
It absolutely just became a hey, we need to actually sub in, our top starters, and these guys are accountants and who are sponsored by a liquor store.
Yeah, I think the one guy, Jamie something, he's like an X-ray technician. He's a baller, like Mamadou Kansé, like youth soccer coach. Like there's these guys that are very talented players, but I mean, if you're not training regularly, that's a big ask to play against DC United.
Yeah, I mean, it was beautiful for the moment that it existed. That's all it was. It would have been kind of a weird sort of thing if they had won. But Virginia Dream last year, knocking off Richmond by a 2-goal margin in Richmond Stadium. And then
that's what Richmond is good at, though, being good in Richmond and being around for a long time, but never being excellent.
Yeah.
Richmond Kickers, to their credit, longest operating pro club in American history. Who do you think is the best player that ever played for the Richmond Kickers? I know my answer.
I can tell you the best player who played against Richmond Kickers.
Was it someone on Charlotte FC? Was it you? Who was it?
Bill Hamid.
Bill Hamid. Very good goalie.
Yes. I have some insight in Bill Hamid may or may not be coming back to the DMV amateur soccer scene this season.
Will he renew his contract with Virginia Dream, or will he go elsewhere? How much longer before we see Hamid FC?
Cannot confirm or deny.
Oh, we've got information here, folks. Make sure to subscribe, hit that like button.
Yep.
Comment and ask if you want to know more from Noah.
Yep. If you think that any game is not worth watching,
nope, not quite.
I promise you, the games that probably seem the least interesting, I'm going to probably just start leaking the most crazy stuff. That's how it's going to be this season. The absolute blowout matches, I'm just going to start saying things that I probably shouldn't. That one I actually don't. It's gotten to a point where that was not something that I feel like was bad to leak.
But to answer the question, best player to ever play for Richmond Kickers, for me, it's got to be Dwayne DiRosario.
Okay, that's fair.
'Cause I believe he had a stint at the Richmond Kickers prior to joining the San Jose Earthquakes, which is actually incredible when you think about it.
Yeah,
And then another one I think is Clyde Sims. I mean, some would say like Clyde Sims, mediocre player, but national team appearances, DC United player. He came up through Richmond. I mean, Matt Turner played for Richmond. But at the same time, I think that's kind of a Fugazi nonsense thing, just like a tall guy. It's like, I don't think the United States national team should make its marketing like, this kid didn't start till he was 16. That's stupid to me.
No, yeah, it's frustrating.
It's cool for him, but it's like, we're America. Why would we make that our plan?
I am going to get canceled by someone if, ooh.
That one was a little dicey there.
Ooh,
that was
I do like the idea.
Try.
Execution wasn't, but
Would we call this garbage time at this point? Are the fantasy owners of Syndicate FC hoping to see something still?
I'll tell you two things. It has been garbage time since the score turned.
I thought since the first goal of the game was over.
Since the half, and I have not even started the timer for the second half. But I'm not gonna. We've been having too much fun. It's 45 minutes. Sorry, guys. It's probably.
We got about 2 more goals till this game is done, folks.
Next goal wins. Next goal wins, though. Los Toros, next goal wins.
How the hell is Dave commenting on the stream right now? Dave, you have to focus on the game, my man. This match is still on. We are on the commentary booth right now. You are on the team technical area. Yep, in the comments, Grimsby Town versus Manchester United. Yeah, I mean, that's the beauty of soccer, that it's 11 people, it's a round ball. I mean, I look at like Ajax Academy and La Masia, whatever, and it's like the level of reverence people have for that stuff does make sense, that they produce these outcomes, they have these stadiums, but what type of water bottle are those kids drinking? What type of paper are they writing on? What type of, breakfast are they eating? It's honestly probably all worse than the stuff that the kids here are having.
I got a question for you. So, in terms of the lure of the U.S. Open Cup, right?
Uh-huh.
Would you cheer for Virginia Dream in this year's U.S. Open Cup against the MLS Next Pro thing that exists down there in Carolina? Ooh, it's a great talent challenge.
I really like the manager of Virginia Dream, CJ. I think he's a really good coach. I think he's a little bit of a firebrand. I think he's willing to speak his mind, and I think that was from outside looking in. I have no inside information on it. I barely know the guy, but from following from afar, it seems like maybe he was getting unhappy with his youth role with Alexandria or something. They didn't have the same ambition as him, and I think that it's cool to see someone with ambition in that managerial role, pushing the envelope. He's out there at the futsal tournament with the youth teams. Like, yeah. I'm sure there's a financial component where it helps to make sense to spend so much time invested in it that you can maybe have a youth program. And I mean, I don't know all the intricacies of if they charge money for it or whatever, but I really respect what he's been doing, and he's been kind of a stalwart of like the scene for a while. So Virginia Dream definitely has a lot of things to like about them.
Yeah.
It's just like a little bit of a mystery bag of like, all right, are you better than everybody?
And plenty of things to not like about them too, but I think they embrace that. And
that's part of being a sports team.
Yeah. And they bring in the players that have had problems, who are incredible players who have had problems with other teams, and they say, come on in here. And it's just like this place where, there's tons of criticism from the outside.
Well, I mean, how long can you build a team on the pedigree of getting a trophy handed to you by Taylor Twellman as Gatorade Player of the Year when you're in, like, high school? Like, how much longer does that fuel the fire? And that stuff, like, they have an unbelievable connection to find talent, and they've had some exceptional, like, NPSL leading goal scorers and stuff play with them. Dude, who's the huge guy that just is like a tank that can run it down the sideline with 2 names?
Okay, let me think.
For
Is he a
Virginia Dream.
Fullback you're talking about?
Yeah, I think he's a fullback.
Demetrius Shepard-Lewis?
Yeah, dude,
He's a running back.
Lewis,
Yeah.
dude, he's super. Dude, he's
Christos man.
Really?
Yeah.
He's
he
no
came
longer
up
with
through-
Dream.
No.
Oh,
He
he
came
from
up through
Christos.
Christos, and I think he still plays with Christos from time to time in competitions that don't.
I enjoy watching him play.
He's a great dude too. He's a really, really good dude. And
Yeah, and there's like some other guys like Preston Bremus, I think, has appeared for Virginia Dream, and he's come up through like the hard way through soccer scene. He's like a 757 guy that's played with Golden Ball and VB City. I mean,
I think he still plays with Gold Ball. And,
you can see
VB
some really
stuff.
interesting touch points. Virginia Dream is plugged into the scene. They've attended TST. They want to do U.S. Open Cup.
Yeah.
But I mean, you have to ask yourself though. Like, I run a team. There are literal time limitations to what you can do and what you can be at when there's quality control involved. You know, you can play a million games, but how many games can your team show out at? You know.
Yeah, I think they're figuring that out themselves as the hard way. You know, I was going to take this in a different direction in terms of, we talked about so many teams. You know, there's so many different, and I hear it from all different teams. There's, you know, this intense, really intense rivalry and competition between teams, and I love that. But I do hope that teams have that kind of awareness also, that like every team is different and has a very different approach to things, and that's good. And there should be an intense rivalry, but also the self-awareness to kind of realize like we're not really actually against each other. We're kind of all doing the same thing, and this is something that
there
needs
is
to
a network impact that a rising tide raises all ships.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying don't get heated on the field. Like, continue, please. We want that.
It's
we
a
want
good
that
look.
a lot.
There we go. There's a good look.
JaVale finally getting in behind. Can he find the square? Top the 6. Oh, El Sear with the save, denying his former teammate. That is Ahmad El Sear at his finest.
And Basso refuses to put the ball in the goal, standard style. He only wants the back heel. He wants the flare. He wants the 3-point goal. He wants to go down in the history books.
I mean, I want to see Travis score as much as anyone, but I love El Sear just denying him the way. He has to earn that. He has to earn it, and he didn't do enough there.
You've got to wonder the confidence of your team for your goalie to sub in at striker and to be going for the back heel goal. Things are firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, Travis is really kind of proven himself. You know, he's a field player. I mean, every practice he plays as a field player until he's told by Dave that he has to go and goal. He really prides himself on it. This is not a mistake. This is not like a one-time kind of like a fluke thing. Like, Dave is making this. Obviously, it's this, you know, not the most critical time of the match where we're talking about Carter Berg or Travis Basso at striker, but like, this is not an accident.
Do the Toros still have unused subs? Like, Joey hasn't gone into the game yet. Has Emiliano gone into the game yet?
Joey was in earlier.
Joey was in earlier?
Yeah, Joey was in earlier. I don't think Emiliano has. I don't think he will.
Is that not Emiliano in now at left center back? I'm realizing in real time I need glasses.
Right. I realize because the.
So it looks like it seems.
He's so good. That's why I feel like I could say that. But
well, Emiliano is a very good player, but he's also an even better fighter.
But I do like what I see. Emiliano and Demetrius Shepard-Lewis in this Super League Virginia finals got in. And, I mean, Demetrius Shepard-Lewis is a player not many would want to go against. But Emiliano kind of like, he put his shoulder through him, but he also did the.
Oh, hold on. We have a fan request. Yeah, let's talk about Los Toros against Sporting Herndon, okay? So this is a match. Let me lay the lore down here, okay?
Yes, this is all you.
The Toros, with Juan de Dios, were playing in Herndon League, which is at Hutchinson Elementary School. And I'll just be blunt here. It's weed, it's liquor, it's craziness, it's like street vendors, it's pupusas. It's a crowd of like vaquero cowboy style guys in Herndon playing at La Concha Taco Bell because there's a Taco Bell near that Kohl's. And sometimes you're on the turf field, sometimes you're on a grass field that's like a very rough grass field, but no matter what, at Herndon, there's going to be fanfare, and there's going to be a really difficult opponent, and there's always stories about where the players come from, like, oh, these kids were flown in from Colorado Rapids Academy for this game to Dallas just to play because the Vasquez group wanted blah, 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 or like the Herndon Toros is one thing, and then Woodbridge Toros is another, and you got Sporting Herndon. You got all these, like, Cusca Klein and all these, like, other teams that come and go.
They still play, yeah.
And then, like, to win the Herndon League is not just soccer. You have to be better at soccer by like a pretty strong margin, and you have to be willing to do like the cultural, political brawl fight. So I believe when the Toros finally cracked the code, it required like Andres, the coach Andres, Dre. You know him. He's a very good private trainer. Works with Beast Mode Soccer.
You meant Andres, who's in no, not
this is the other Andres. This
Okay,
is
okay.
Andres Nira. But you know Dre, right? Has he been around for a while?
I'm somewhat new in terms of being with. I've played against Toros
Okay, well,
many times before.
Dre was like a player coach, but basically he's an upstanding guy, like really good dude. But he basically had to do like a sacrificial red card brawl. The game was like disbanded temporarily. My own dad talks with pride about how he got a kick in the brawl. There's video of it somewhere, and I mean it's allegedly for a $5,000 cash prize, and on the other team you have Luis Suarez's brother, Paulo Suarez, like with the big teeth ready to do a bite and everything. It's pretty fun, and you're literally playing at an elementary school with maybe 500 to 1,000 people there. They do not want the Gringos to win.
Yeah.
And let's face it, the Toros is a Gringo team in Spanish league. You may,
but they're a Spanish team in a Gringo league.
Exactly.
Yeah,
they're the big Spanish team in the Gringo leagues, but then in the real Spanish league and like Herndon League, it's like, why do you have one white guy on your team and like these Middle Eastern guys? And at the end of the day,
There's
what a
another goal. I think we're at 9. I hope that I think I've been better at counting.
And I'm sharing this to just set the stage that winning the Herndon League, you have to be really, really good at building a team that can handle adversity. You actually have to be like friends with the other team as much as possible, but they hate you. You know, Dave would buy the ice cream, helado, for like basically anyone within earshot. You know, Dave did like, he walked the walk for maybe 3 years before he got to have a bite at winning the title. And then the Herndon League, I didn't play on the team to win the Herndon League. I probably was too much of a liability. My specialty was probably drawing red cards for the other team by like getting into an altercation with them. I've been kicked in the head. I've been stepped on the chest in Herndon League. I've also made Rabona assists and scored header goals and stuff. Like there's all these fun elements with Herndon League, but dude, I remember streaming that game, Los Toros versus Sporting Herndon. Oh man, I celebrated that game like it was a World Cup match when we won. Like that was really a big victory.
In the Toros the WhatsApp group, there's some really grainy videos that get presented from those days.
Some of those videos could go into evidence and just should be deleted.
Yeah, that's the tough part about. Again, we're getting into really controversial parts of. That's the tough part about managing a league kind of thing. Like we had some really dicey moments, especially in the first 3 seasons of Super League here in Virginia, where we have some crazy fights caught. Maybe not Herndon League level. I'm not gonna.
Well, did you hear about the guy at Herndon League that got drunk and then ran onto the toll road and got hit by a car?
No.
Yeah, there's all sorts of stuff. Fireworks go off. I mean, the police basically post up at Herndon League and they just let it be, and they're kind of there for standby, but they don't want to intervene.
I don't like to get in like, I don't like. There's leagues that'll, if you have anything near touching another person, like they'll ban you or suspend you. Like I don't care. But there is.
You want to find
this
the
is 2026.
sweet spot.
There's a lot of liability that comes, and so I kind of like to talk to all the players as best as I can. Like guys, if you guys want to just be like, hey, y'all want to hang out later and you guys go somewhere else, do that. But please, I don't want to get sued.
Oh, and let me just also, on a positive note, let me also just shout out Abraham and Alan, man. Like the beauty of the original Herndon League win was that it really was a cast of characters that began together in a very different setting, I'd say, or maybe not so much a different setting, but we had a team and we were not able to win the Herndon League, and then essentially with the same people that originally were not able to win, they won with a few strategic additions.
Abraham still comes to practice. He's well, actually, I don't know if Abraham, you haven't come in 2026. I mean, you're there at the end of
Herndon League, man. Herndon League was where Toros introduced warming up as a concept for the first time. In the pursuit of trying to win in Herndon League, the team began doing warm-ups for the first time. So that kind of
he was going to try that.
Explains the lore. Yeah, so I know we've acknowledged it, but the sting is definitely out of this one.
No, it is.
But yeah, Alan and Abram, man, I remember training at Evergreen Sportsplex, man, with Coach Mo running us through circuits. That was awesome.
The Coach Mo?
Yeah, the Coach Mo.
The Coach Mo. Shout out Coach Mo.
Oh, he barely recognized me today. I walked up to him and said, corner kick, half as good as a penalty kick. It took him a minute. He said, oh, you remember that? I said, dude, I teach it to all the kids I coach now. That's some of the best coaching I ever got in 20 years of playing.
Hey, random Aussie. We got it. We got our Italian Andrea and Andrea, and now we got our. Which territory are you from? I forget. I think Sydney. But anyways, we got everybody in. I've really missed doing this. Without going too far into it, it has not been a good winter for me. I am definitely.
You got to get vitamin D. You have to take vitamin D, okay? If you have seasonal affective disorder, you have to take vitamin D. That's my biggest advice for everybody.
I wish it was that. It's not that.
And if you're having girl problems, then good, because it's fun to be single.
Hell yeah. Don't get married, guys, or do. And then
what a game. What a game we've had here today. Shout out to the referee.
Yeah.
No bad calls on this side.
Los Toros will advance as your Virginia State Cup champions again. This is the third straight
three-peat
since they found out that they could enter this, and now it's kind of their thing. Other Virginia teams.
Now we eagerly await the Maryland State Cup and the Pennsylvania State Cup for some sort of.
I really hope it ends up. Christos and Toros have kind of a history.
It'll be Eastern PA, Western PA, Maryland, and Virginia, right?
Yeah, but I hope it turns into a Christos.
Who would come from Western PA?
I don't care.
Is it like a Pittsburgh team? Do they even do it?
I don't care about Pennsylvania. I want Christos and Los Toros.
I want Christos
there
and
is
Los
a
Toros,
visceral. That's the kind of. I think there is a respect. Maybe some of the guys don't. I don't know. But mostly, I think Dave and the leaders of this thing, they respect Christos a lot.
Christos have 6 national titles.
Christos also have come to respect Toros, even though I think Christos have the better. But that is spicy. We're talking about from the get-go, like guys getting in each other's faces like immediately. You know this, as you know Christos very well. I was going to say this earlier. We have a lot of teams that come from Division II, and everyone's like, can't wait to play Christos. I want to play Christos. And the thing is, you don't until you're ready, because it is so. You turn the ball over in a bad place, and they'll just absolutely break you down. But they don't get red cards. They'll just put you into a place where you do something, and all respect to Christos, but I would love to see another Los Toros Christos matchup, because
that'll be a watershed moment, I think. Has Toros picked up any wins on Christos? Maybe once or twice in auxiliary competition, maybe.
I want to say yes, but I can't think of it specifically. I can think of a lot of specific Christos wins over Toros.
And there have been some where Toros took the lead.
Yeah.
And I think that when the Toros can crack the code, I think when they crack the code, that's a one-way street. I don't think that they will beat Christos and then return to being a sort of like a younger sibling. I think that once the Toros crack the code, I think they're going to be on par.
I'm going to have you interview Waldo. Waldo! Nah, I don't care. You're coming over here. Come on. Liam. Liam.
I'm the new full-time announcer.
You don't know Liam?
Heads up now.
Right, you just make up whatever question.
What's good, y'all?
All right, hey, hold on. Tell me how to say your name.
Oswaldo.
Oswaldo, hey man, I'm Liam.
Nice to meet you.
I'm here with Oswaldo.
He's real. I thought he was like an AI.
No.
Yeah, come on. Step into frame. So how many minutes did you play today?
About 50 minutes.
What's your number one complaint about the team?
Nothing. I can't really complain. We just won 8-0. So.
You want more minutes though, right? Come on.
Talk about who's pissing you off. Yeah.
Should Travis really be going in up top like this, or
yeah,
are we clowning the
Travis,
game?
Man, Travis be pissing me off
Dude, he's going for the back heel, just bury it, right?
So dumb.
Is he just
childish.
Is he clip farming?
I think he is.
Oh, clip classic.
Nah, it should be me playing striker, man.
Yeah. All right. So what else?
I'm gonna get back to my coach right here.
Hey,
I see you.
Hey, what else were you saying about Dave just a minute ago about your minutes? Hold on.
It should be me playing striker.
Hey, another great performance from the Toros out here. Yeah. What are your thoughts on potentially being only 8 games away from playing in U.S. Open Cup?
I don't know. I'm not really.
Seriously, I want you to think about this for a minute. I want to get a live reaction.
Yeah. Okay.
You're the number 1 amateur team in Virginia now. Okay. For what it is, you are. The Toros are the number 1 amateur team in Virginia, and you're a part of it.
Yeah.
Now you're qualified to play in the Region 1 tournament. That's Pennsylvania, Maryland, and Virginia. If we win against the best amateur teams like Christos FC from Maryland, for example, if we can win the next 3 games, 4 games at the regional level, we qualify to the national level. and then it's 4 games at the national level against the other regions.
Oh,
So,
shoot.
dude, if the Toros win the next 8 games on this track, we would be playing potentially against Loudoun United or Charleston Battery or Charlotte FC2 or whatever, the Crown. It would be an automatic berth. Now, that's easier said than done. It's going to Maryland and winning games against good teams. It's going to Florida and play, or I think it's at the Ukrainian National Center somewhere maybe.
I can simplify this question. Is Los Toros mature enough and ready to take on Christos?
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah.
So what's different now?
Nah, we're ready, man. We got a full team.
Thank you,
Get it?
Hey, man.
Don't say it. Be about it. Congratulations, Los Toros. Liam, this has probably been one of my most enjoyable broadcasts. I'm going to close out. Thanks, everybody. Just make sure you tune in 7 p.m. for MSL3 or don't. But make sure you subscribe because we're going to have lots of Los Toros, lots of soccer, lots of DMV stuff. We're here. Oh, Los Toros celebrating. We're going to go on over. Thanks for joining us, ladies and gentlemen.